Feedback.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. It is on this note that I welcome you on the program Feedback on NTA Parliament. Feedback involves responses from people, stakeholders. We share views, ideas from the streets about our legislators. My name is Joy, the number of a muscle. We will be right back.
My name is Victor Chukwemele Obuzo. I represent the good people of Ahoda West, Oba Egbema, Ondoni Federal Constituency. I'm from Rivers State. Watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament, channel 370 on DSTV.
Welcome back. Today we will roll the subject that lies at the heart of our nation's governance, appropriation. On the context of our national budget, we will roll the first feature on it. In the intricate world of government finances, appropriation plays a vital role in defining how public funds are allocated to various programs and agencies.
Yeah, actually, Appropriation Committee is a bedrock of the nation.
This is often seen as a liberty of budget, committee, and political wrangling.
Means a sum total of expenditure of the government, which is being presented every year ahead of the next year. So for the assembly to determine what and what is due, what should be given to what sector, the additions and subtractions and all of that. Right now at the moment, the country is facing a quite number of challenges ranging from inflation and the revenue is not adding up as it should be, and then coupled with domestic debt, the exchange rate and all of that. Even the price per barrel for crude also is not a bit encouraging. So the budget should, as much as it should, try to kind of narrow down on the percentage, or should I say the amount to be appropriated.
The appropriation process is a critical part of government's ability to fund essential services, infrastructure, and initiatives. The legislative branch, in turn, must review the ultimately approve the appropriation bills. In this, we gain a deeper insight into how financial decisions, values, and challenges. Government appropriations are more than just numbers. They are the lifebound of every society. They determine our nation's direction, reflect our values, and pave the way for a better future.
Always watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament so that you'll be able to get the feedback of the activities of those saddled with the responsibility of governance.
I invite you to stay tuned on this journey to better understand appropriation and its profound impact on the trajectory of our beloved nation. Let's feel the pulse of the people on the streets.
It's just like an expenditure of what to spend or what to give to ministries and departments and agencies of government. So the appropriation is how they spend the money and what they do with the money. That's the total expenditure of what they are doing. So the budget should focus more on reviving the economy so that the poor man will have something at least.
Before we talk about budget, there must be thinking. You have to think your budget, plan it, then you appropriate it to enable a clearer view of how you spend the budget, so that the people, the nation entirely will know what is going on in the system. So I always advise for proper appropriation to be made by President Ahmed Tinubu. It's a government that should give us hope because he has promised hope, and I believe the hope is going to come. At least now he's going to settle his government focus. They are done with the court cases, so it's time for him to deliver democracy. The youth are looking up to him. Everybody, the whole sector, employment sector, we believe that we need him to deliver Nigeria because we have suffered a lot.
This is just talking about bringing about budget, you understand? So what I would suggest is that For example, when you're going to markets now, you make your plans on what to buy to be able to achieve a better goal. You understand? So I would advise this government, I would advise this government to have like a good plan on how to like budget what they want. You understand?
Okay, so what do you think government should do?
Okay, I think government should bring, like what our advice is that there are different people, even outside countries, they are experts in economics, which government can invite and have meetings with them on how to do proper budget planning. You understand? They can call good economists, they are very good people they can sit down with and make good budgets on how Nigeria can move ahead and forge ahead.
Well, appropriation is an annual estimate. It defines the policy, the monetary and fiscal policy directive any given government wants to follow for the year. It is an estimate that, in the sense that it may not actually be followed religiously. Some other factors could come in and begin to distort them. But what is important is to keep faith to whatever that is on ground. So over time, we'll be having problems with our appropriation in terms of implementation. In the last, there was some time ago when they gave analysis of budget performance. None of the annual budget has performed more than 40%, and that is very, very unfortunate. And it's beginning to erode the confidence the public have in our budgets. Unlike what the contract, the money is already cooling off somewhere. But these days we have fantastic budget, bogus amount earmarked for certain projects, and when you begin to look for that money along the line, you discover that other things could come in and take that money. So you see budget performance every other day coming down below as 40%. So people are beginning to, once you announce all this trillion budget, people don't have confidence in it.
My name is Victor Chukwuemele Obuzo. I represent the good people of Ahoda West, Ogba Egbema, Ondoni Federal Constituency. I'm from Rivers State. Watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament, channel 370 on DSTV.
Don't let me use the word as a repetition or appropriation, are divided within various economic users, economic players, to meet the need of the society, so that we can achieve a common goal and then enhance development or aspirations of a society, of a community, or of a nation. With the expectation of Nigerians now, we expect them to ensure that they particularly look into the needs of society, or individuals, communities, and the generality of people, to mitigate the present sufferings of Nigerians.
Appropriation is basically the monies or fund that the federal government budgeted for every sector of the economy: education, health, agri, and others. Really, the needs of citizens of every country is the protection of life and security, and then also to guarantee their future.
Appropriation is a word used by government to present the budget for the year. The money allotted to individual ministry or parastatal agencies is appropriation bill tendered to the National Assembly, who look into it to ascertain whether the ministry or agencies is worth the same amount to execute their individual assignment. I should also want the transport to be enhanced in. There won't be so much cry on this fuel subsidy removal. So I want government to look into this transport system and try to revamp the rail transport in the country. Also the sea transport or the water transport. We have enough water. They can walk around that also to make our roads safer. If water...
The polls or the views of the people on the streets have spoken. We look forward to a fruitful implementation that will foster a deep understanding of the people's needs. From the corridors of power to the heart of local communities, the allocation of resources in the annual budget impacts every phase of our lives. Join us as we meet members of the Appropriation team.
You know, we have a committee on public accounts that is going to monitor the way government monies are being spent. We have also pushed in this assembly for the first reading federal audit bill that's passed. What that means is it's going to strengthen the office of the Auditor General for the Federation to carry out their job properly. This office is the one that will checkmate excesses of agencies in terms of their report, in terms of their accounts. Also, this same House, for first reading, passed the Public Account Implementation Tribunal. We have discovered that most of the resolutions and reports of the House, especially the Public Accounts Committee, are not being implemented properly. This tribunal will ensure that perpetrators are brought to book. And once this tribunal is in place, I can guarantee you, everybody saddled with the responsibility of managing our resources, of managing the taxpayers' money, will be careful. So over time, it's because no implementation, nothing has been done. That's why people do all manner of things. But with these things put in place, I'm sure we're going to achieve better financial management in this nation called Nigeria.
I should call it exhibition of our progress. The most important, the legislature has three key duties: oversight, lawmaking, and representation. And oversight is very, very key, very important, very important. Whatever you see in the plenary session, the oversight is very, very important. Because what is the duty of the legislature is to check the executive. And so I always appreciate your program. You see what each and every member is doing. And back home, people see, that's my member talking, that's my member performing oversight. So it's always commendable.
Yeah, actually, you know, Appropriation Committee is a bedrock of the nation. And as a bedrock of the nation, you know its importance. And I'm pleased for the inaugural media meeting being held or being called by the chairman and the deputy chairman of the committee. And I also love the way he allowed us to at least express our feelings. And I also love the document being put forward for this physical year. I think this committee will make a difference when you compare it to other assemblies.
Thank you for allowing us into your precious home. Appropriation is examining its significance in steering the country's progress, the controversies it ignites, and the ripple effect felt by every Nigerian. Let's meet the chairman of the committee.
Abubakar Kabir was born on 2nd October 1981. He attended Hagagawa Primary School, Bichi, before proceeding to Danwaki in Tofa Science College for his secondary school certificate. He obtained a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies from the New York Institute of Technology and master's degree in energy management from the same university. He was elected to the House of Representatives in 2019 under the platform of the All Progressives Congress Party. He is a politician, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He is a member of the Federal House of Representatives representing Bichi Federal Constituency and the chairman of the Committee on Appropriation.
The Appropriation Committee stands as one of the most prominent committees that champion the cause of lawmaking through appropriation of funds to run the affairs of government by ministries, departments, and agencies, NTAs, of the federal government. This makes the committee enjoy the broader jurisdiction compared to other standing committees. More significantly, the committee is empowered by Order 20, Rule 15 of the House of Representatives, Standing Order 10, Edition 2020, as amended, to coordinate, monitor, and supervise the implementation of all appropriation acts after passage by the National Assembly.
The discourse of appropriation takes precedence defining the nation's financial roadmap for the upcoming years.
This power will be effectively utilized to exercise oversight jurisdiction over relevant agencies such as the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Federal Ministry of Finance, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, and National Economic Intelligence Agency, among others, to monitor the budget implementation. In furtherance of this significant duty, the committee leadership will initiate a strategic meeting with a chairman of finance, national planning, and aid, loan, and debt management to gather data that will facilitate the effective function of this committee of ensuring inclusive budget preparation, appreciable implementation, and effective oversight. In addition, the committee will ensure the sustenance of the long-established and cherished precedent of ensuring compliance with the Financial Year Act through budget passage on or before 31st December of each financial year.
Inside the Hollow Hall, lawmakers engage in rigorous debates and negotiations to determine the allocation of resources of government spending that will significantly impact the lives of every Nigerian.
I urge you to maintain this team spirit in all future committee assignments. Please permit me to use this privilege to thank you immensely and wish the committee overwhelming victory in output with result-oriented outcomes. This will assist the performance of House of Representatives as People's House. I thank you all for your kind attention and welcome you to the Appropriation Committee of the 10th House of Representatives. Much feedback on NTA Parliament. That's what I tell Nigerians.
From the National Assembly complex, the fervent debate echoes as lawmakers deliberate the nation's annual budget, focusing on the critical aspects of appropriation. We hope it reflects the pulse of every Nigerian. As I would always say, go out there, contribute your own little quarter, be a good and humble Nigerian. On behalf of my team and I, see you next week.